Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here for the weekly reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo, if you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, there's a link in the description box where you can plug in all your information and learn your whole birth chart details. That way for additional messages through the week, you can also look at your Moon and Rising sign readings in addition to your Sun sign reading today. This is for June 27th to July 4th. I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for the main spread and the Medicine Card Tarot and the Healing of the Angels Tarot with additional card messages at the end of this main spread. And these are linked in the description box as well as a link to my ebook and a little information about why I do what I do. In the past, I've been asking what are general messages for your sign, just because these are always general readings for the general public unless they're personal. I do want there to be sort of a general overview for each of the signs, but this week I'm going to switch up the question a teeny bit. I'm going to be asking, what does Virgo need to know, as opposed to what are general messages. So hopefully we can get a little bit more of a definition for you, Virgo, with regard to how to spend the week or how to go about this upcoming week, if there's anything that you might have needed to hear, or any advice, or even encouragement. So Virgo, I wish for you all success, joy, and wellness. I call upon Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Metatron, and Uriel to guide this reading in peace, clarity, protection, and wisdom. And I ask that Gaia please bless this reading for Virgo. So what does Virgo need to know this week? What does Virgo need to know this week? So in your central position so far, what we have is the fork in the road. This is the ultimate decision card for any sign, and particularly if it's in the center. This week is asking for you to make a decision. What do you need to know? You got to choose something. Now, because this is a general reading, like I said, whatever's most prominent in your life, so if that's travel, if that's health, if it's a business decision, whatever you find taking over your sort of everyday world over the next couple of days, or within the time frame of the 27th to the 4th, something is requiring you to make a decision. Now we're going to find out what style of decision or what impact this could make, or why you're being called to do this. We're just looking for two more jumpers here. And I'm going to look at some of the iconic graphics on the card here in terms of symbolism as well. We'll look at sort of what's involved in this decision. It's never a light one. This is a fork in the road, is always about basically which path, right? This is probably one of the main themes around that the term a fork in the road. It's like, well, you can go this way and it's going to bring you to absolutely this outcome, but it's going to be a world apart from that other outcome. So basically, what do you really want? Already I can tell you that there is a great deal of wisdom within regarding this decision. You already know the answer, I will suggest, just because what we have, instantly my eye is drawn to both owls. You only have two cards so far. There's two owls already. Owl is a universal symbol throughout the ages for not only wisdom and the night, but also psychic energy, women, the moon, anything having to do with, I guess, the moon, right? It's a nocturnal animal, but it's also wise. The whole point here is wisdom. And I truly believe that once any of us, any zodiac sign, but today, Virgo, once you can formulate a question in terms of, well, what direction am I taking? This fork in the road. If you can contemplate this week what those questions are until you sum it up into one question, what, where, how, okay, whatever that question is for you, I guarantee you that the moment that you are able to articulate and formulate that question, you will have the answer. You may not even like it, you may love it, okay, that's up to you, and I don't know that here. All I do know is that we simply cannot formulate questions about our lives and intentions and direction if we don't already have the answer. And I am mind blown because we have our third owl. Okay. So, my dear Virgo, there is an enormous amount of wisdom within. You already know what the answer is. You know the direction you need to take. This is going to be a difficult decision for you regardless, because guess what? You're going to have to leave something behind, my dear. Something's going to have to get what we would normally call transformed. And in this card, so this is the general energy for the week, okay? The regeneration. The beauty of this card is something had to break open, something had to die. And I'm not talking about a physical death. Let's not be morbid. I'm talking about an idea, an old way of life, a former way of thinking and believing and acting and behaving in the world. These types of things. Even a belief system about yourself, what you deserve, what you can give, what you can provide, where you can go, decisions you can make. Even the belief that you didn't have the answer, you didn't know who to turn to. How are you supposed to figure this out? What if it's the wrong decision? What if you make it? Okay, all of this, I promise you, is nonsense this week. Anytime you're just like, the what if is going to be nonsense this week, Virgo, because there's, first of all, way too much deep knowing. So let's go look at the terminologies on the front of the cards for the time being. I'm going to try to keep this under 12 minutes, I swear. Fork in the road is your central card. A decision must be made in terms of what do you need to know. This is it. To be fair, on the one side, it has to be done out of honesty. It has to be done out of clarity. And it has to be done because it's what you already know is the right thing to do. There's no cajoling here. No one can pay you to do the right thing here. No one can convince you of anything. In fact, this almost has nothing to do with anybody else at all. It's going to impact other people, probably in a beautiful way, because you're headed in the right direction if you do what's wise. And we'll look at these up close in just a moment. I'm going to look at some more imagery in the cards with you, but I am really rather blown away. I have never seen these cards here together. This is really striking, okay? And there's a great deal of wisdom and psychic energy going on here. I think that if you have been questioning, and I've said this before, if you've ever been questioning, oh, I feel a certain way, or I know things I feel like I shouldn't know because no one's ever taught me this, so I'm just going to brush it off, or I'm not going to read into it, or I'm going to consider it not as important as book learning or the knowledge. Okay, that kind of thing, I would rest. I would put to rest for all of time. You've had too much of this coming up. The deep knowing has been one of your major central theme cards for weeks now. I mean, we're right, not every single week, but this is coming up very commonly. I think you're ready, and it looks like the cards think that you're ready to take the next step. You have to figure out what it is you want. And something needs to be put to rest because of it. A regeneration basically means that a seed needs to be planted, an idea needs to be buried, something needs to be put away in order to make room for something else. And the theme with regeneration, of course, is transformation, because this is a new tree coming out of the ground of the lava, sorry. And the lava, as we know, is everyone runs from this. Everyone's running from the lava. It's too hot. It disturbs, it distorts, and everything else, but there is a lesson there, and life can grow from this if you're willing to walk through that fire and make that decision, because you will come out bigger and stronger than you could ever have hoped to be, because you have followed your own intuition. Let's look at some of the imagery here like I promised. The owl is here on the back. We also have the rhesus monkey on the actual fork in the road with a mask. Okay, so this tells me that you're going to be a little bit tricked. Somebody, and even through no fault of their own, I don't see any, really dark energy or anything like here, but there's going to be some trickery. Somebody's going to try to make it look like it's more fun to take this other path, which I truly believe you already know you're not supposed to be on. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. And as you can see here, there's so many arrows pointing in so many different directions, yet the one with the light at the end of it is right ahead. It's like the mask, the jester, the, what's it called, where the best of us get caught up in distraction, etc. That's what this is doing. It's saying, look, you can go over here. Look, it's really fun over here. Look, and all this other stuff. And you're right here. You're going, no, I think I know what's best for me. That is your decision this week, Virgo. And with the to be fair, I just want to draw attention to the Libra-ness of this card. You might even be dealing with a Libra or Libran qualities like truth, justice, beauty, fairness, relationships, etc. But I want you to notice for the time being two things in particular. One, there is on her scales both a fortune cookie with the word nope written on the paper and then a huge pearl on the other side. This is your decision. Literally, this is your decision. What do you want? Do you want that nope for the next however long? Or do you want that pearl? This is your decision. And whatever those mean to you, right? Those concepts mean to you. And it'll draw attention to the very beautiful and ornate crown that this queen is wearing, as though you're the queen of this decision. You're the queen of this world. The crown is crowned by the owl. Even if you're already sitting pretty, even if you have all the answers, you're the boss. There's something that's even higher than you, and that's your wisdom, higher wisdom, okay? And here's why I say that, and why it's more important than what appears to be riches in this world is because it's deep knowing. This kind of psychic, powerful wisdom knowledge that you know for all sorts of reasons, and maybe you did study it. Maybe it's not that it just came so naturally and you just can't explain it. Maybe you did study long and hard, and you're like, yeah, but it resonates with you because it already existed within. And this is where I'm getting back to briefly with the question, the decision, etc., that you need to make. Okay, you need to put your foot down and say, this is it. I'm gonna do it. Not I'm gonna try it or I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm going to do it. And you already know. And look at this with the two moons. So just incredibly heightened energy, incredibly heightened power, willpower, dedication, psychic energy. I keep going back to this. This moon, the owl really is all knowing. So I really can't stress enough that you already know how to proceed. Perhaps the only thing, and I'm just sort of glancing here at this, what's going on here, and weighing it against the general energy card. It appears to me is the only thing that keeps you from taking this road or making that decision is that you know that something will be transformed, and that's the scary part. That's the part that's, you know, a little bit nail biting because there is, you know, a little bit of what the future holds, but there is a little bit of mystery. What will happen next? I don't think it's the decision yourself that's holding you up. I think there's the fear, perhaps, small f, fear even, and maybe it's not looming, but maybe there's a small f fear around, oh my gosh, okay, no, I'm ready, I get it, I even know the answer, I'm ready to make that decision, but something's at the end of it and I'm not sure I want to deal with that. And what this is saying really plainly to me is, yeah, you are. You have everything you need. You have the wisdom. Even if you feel like you don't even have it, if it's tangible or spiritual, mental, whatever it is. Here's the interesting thing about making a decision at the right time that's right for you for the right reasons, is that things will be provided and given to you when you make that decision. Even if you feel, if I make that move, I don't have this, I can't do it. No, because the poor musician blames his instrument or her instrument. You do it and those things will manifest, okay? So without going on too much longer, oh my gosh, 14 minutes, we have the whale and the eagle. Two fell out. I'm just going to read these. This is record keeper and this is spirit, okay? Record keeper and spirit. You are in charge of this all chapters of your life, frankly. But this is really about what you want to manifest for your own reasons. You've been keeping tabs, so you know how to proceed next. But only, and this could even be part of it too. We're going to have no one to blame when we make that decision for ourselves. And I think maybe that's the crux of what's going on this week. You might even be realizing, oh, responsibility versus blame this week. And I'm not picking, trust me, I've been there. All signs have to deal with this. But if there is a measure of responsibility around this decision, long-term planning, this inner wisdom for you, this transformation will not only be lasting, but it'll create ripples in your life, manifest ripples of beauty and joy and prosperity because of the deep wisdom by which you've undergone to make that decision. Okay, Virgo? So please, if there's any element of fear or resistance here to that, just remember that you wouldn't even be in this position. You wouldn't even be in the position to know the answer about how to proceed if you hadn't been keeping record, if you didn't know that this was for you and you're ready for it. Two more of these fell out. I normally just read one at a time, but I'm just going to jump through these really quickly. Sorry, this is so long. We have the celebration card and dreams. Another way to look at deep knowing is that you could be fed these types of circumstances through dreams, or reading into them or compiling them, for example. However, dreams obviously can be brought into the real world. So if there is an element of bringing dreams to life, if this is about the fork in the road, the decision you need to make, that is going to be worthy of celebration. Okay, Virgo? So as always, if you have a moment, leave a remark. Let me know how this works out for you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I upload a video for your sign every week. And in the meantime, please take such good care of yourself. I will see you next time. Bye for now.